Why the United States can't win every war. What if I told you the most powerful military in the world doesn't always win? Not in Vietnam, not in Afghanistan, and maybe not in the Middle East. So the question is, why can't the United States win every war? The United States has the most advanced military on earth, trillions spent, cutting-edge technology, global bases everywhere. On paper, it should win every war. But here's the problem. War isn't just about weapons. It's about politics, culture, geography, and most importantly, people. In Vietnam, the U.S. had overwhelming firepower, but it lost. Why? Because it fought the wrong kind of war. The enemy wasn't a traditional army. It was guerrilla fighters blending into the population. The U.S. couldn't tell who the enemy was. And then, public opinion turned. Back home, Americans started asking, why are we even here? And when public support collapses, wars become impossible to sustain. Fast forward decades later, Afghanistan. The U.S. entered after 9/11 with a clear goal: destroy terrorist networks. At first, it worked. But then the mission changed. Instead of just fighting enemies, the U.S. tried to rebuild an entire country. That's where things got complicated. Because Afghanistan isn't just one nation. It's tribes, cultures, histories that outsiders struggle to understand. Meanwhile, the Taliban didn't need to win. They just needed to not lose. They waited. Years passed. And eventually, the U.S. left. Now let's talk about the Middle East and Iran. This is not a traditional battlefield. It's a web of alliances, proxy wars, religious tensions, strategic resources. Unlike past wars, a direct invasion isn't always the goal, because the cost would be massive. Iran has difficult geography, strong regional influence, asymmetric warfare strategies. And here's the key. In modern conflict, winning doesn't always mean defeating an army. It means controlling influence. So why can't the U.S. win every war? Let's break it down. The U.S. is built for conventional wars, but today's conflicts are guerrilla, asymmetric, political. Local fighters know the terrain, the people, the culture. That's an advantage no technology can replace. The U.S. fights wars with deadlines. Its enemies don't. If people back home stop supporting the war, it ends. No matter how strong the military is, sometimes the mission isn't clear. Is it regime change, stability, counterterrorism? Without clarity, victory becomes impossible to define. Here's the truth most people don't realize. The United States doesn't always lose wars. It struggles to define what winning actually means. So next time you hear about a war, don't just ask, who's stronger? Ask, what does winning even mean? What do you think is the real reason? Leave a comment. Follow for more geopolitics insights.